The 92-year-old monarch is handing more responsibility to her son as she prepares for him to one day take over her role as head of state. Royal author Robert Jobson described a period of transition as the Queen gives Charles, who is the longest-serving heir apparent in British history, greater responsibility. She has not completed a long-haul state visit since 2011. Mr. Jobson said, "The Queen at her next birthday will be 93. Although the Prince of Wales has talked about there only being one sovereign at a time, and that is true, what you do have is a bit of a dual monarchy at the moment and a transition that is ongoing. The Queen and the heir to the throne have weekly one-to-one meetings, according to Mr. Jobson." The royal biographer said, "Every week the Prince of Wales and the Queen meet privately and go through everything. She is very aware that a transition is in process." It comes after Charles celebrated his 70th birthday on November 14, prompting public discussion over the prince's future role. The Queen hosted a glittering party for her son at Buckingham Palace, describing him as a dedicated and respected heir to the throne in a touching tribute. Speaking in a BBC documentary to mark his birthday, Charles insisted that he would stop speaking out on certain topics that he feels strongly about when he becomes king, adding that he would operate within constitutional parameters. Charles said, "It's vital to remember there's only room for one sovereign at a time, not two. So, you can't be the same as the sovereign if you're the Prince of Wales or the heir. But the idea, somehow, that I'm going to go on in exactly the same way, if I have to succeed, is complete nonsense because the two situations, are completely different." On whether he would continue his public campaigning, Charles said, "No, it won't. I'm not that stupid." Charles's growing responsibility has been clear in recent years, with the heir laying a wreath at the cenotaph on behalf of the Queen at the remembrance service at the cenotaph in November for the second year running. The monarch watched from the balcony of the Foreign and Commonwealth Office with Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, as Charles performed the duty. And Charles completed a royal tour of Commonwealth nations in Africa in November, months after he was appointed the Queen's successor as head of the Commonwealth. The Queen is the UK's longest-serving monarch, taking to the throne in 1952 at the age of 25 following the death of her father King George VI.